Hello everyone, welcome back to the Rhythmic Practice playlist. Today we will be talking about how to hear the difference between the 4/4 and 3/4 time signatures. One of the most difficult things to practice in music is ear training, so if this does not come naturally to you at first, don't worry. As you practice more and more, you will get better and better. To start, let us go over some identifying characteristics of both of these time signatures, starting with 4/4. 4/4 is a perfectly symmetrical time signature, meaning that I can cut it in half so that I have two full beats on either side. This often leads to songs in 4/4 feeling even and steady. The word even is also important as it leads to our next hint. When a song in 4/4 has a drum set player, percussion, or even sometimes the very chords of the song, we'll begin to put a little extra emphasis on beats 2 and 4, the even beats. If you have ever heard anyone beatbox, especially when they are just beginning, you may have heard them try by saying boots and cats and boots and cats and. Here's what that sounds like when actually played on drums. You'll notice that the cats sound happens on the second and fourth beats. Listen again and I will amplify the snare drum sound. Many songs in 4/4 will, either directly or indirectly, have this kind of rhythmic pattern where every other beat is emphasized. The beats will be weak, strong, or vice versa. In comparison, 3/4 will have a strong beat on beat 1, followed by 2 weak beats, so it will sound more like this. Unlike 4/4, 3/4 cannot be divided in half evenly without cutting a beat in half. This uneven measure leads to beat 1 being more heavily emphasized than beats 2 and 3. I mentioned in my last video that 3/4 is often called the waltz time signature, and this big push on beat 1 is what helps drive the music forward and keep time with the dance. Because of this, 3/4 has a bit of a swaying feel to it. With this information, let's listen to some of the music I use as background tracks and see if you can determine whether it is in 3/4 or 4/4. Again, this is a very hard task, so if you get none right today, that's okay. I find this exercise to be easier with music that I'm already familiar with, so that may be something you try after finishing this video. Regardless, let's give this first song a listen. What time signature do you think this song is in? Here's the next song. How did you do? Feel free to leave things you notice or questions you may have in the comments below. As a final note, when going out into the wild to test your skills in listening to time signatures, there are a couple of intricacies to note. First, it may be hard to find what time signature a song is in by just a Google search, so you may never have a truly definitive answer. Feel free to leave song titles and artists in the comments on this video, and I can listen to the song and let you know what time signature I think the song is in. Second, 4/4 and 3/4 are not the only time signatures, so you may encounter a song that isn't in either of these times. One of my favorite examples would be the jazz standard Take 5 by Paul Desmond. That particular song is in 5/4, which we have yet to discuss. Finally, if you are having a very hard time with this exercise, I would start by working under the assumption that the song is in 4/4, and then either find reasons that confirm that answer or work against that premise. 4/4 is by far the most common time signature for most styles of music, so it can be helpful to use 4/4 as your starting place. When in doubt, guess 4/4. More videos will be added to this playlist over time, so if you do not see a topic you would like me to cover or have a question, please leave a comment down below. If you have a question, it is likely someone else does too. A like, share, and subscribe are always appreciated. I look forward to working with you to build your skills from the ground up.